Dance John 2 Exclusive Dance News. Okay, thump squids, glitter gel your bellies as I deep dish the nosh on the UK's Drive Core. Bad news from Manchester's Spanobrania. I hear the Pret-a-Manger chill-out room franchise just isn't working, and it doesn't help when the resident dealers sell you a 10 quid wrap of brown and it turns out to be an old steering wheel. You know who I mean, guys. No depression, however, at the Altered Thing in Coventry. Largely thanks to DJ Travelcard and his Glitter Ponce light show. 6 hours of busy shrug speedcore, while light of every colour is bounced off a spinning ponce covered in mirrors. Commit genocide to get a ticket. Though I have to say, last time I went, there was so much oral sex going on, I had to go out for a creep around in the leaves. Okay, top new release this week. Definitely make ears from Malaysian Pub Foundation with Come Here and Say That. Great 1-inch drum sounds and some really nice anti-gay touches in the middle bit. On the other hand, the real dog log of the week has got to be the Blowfly All Sorts with Back Once Again with the Shit-Faced Landlord. It features over 60 Kenny Loggins samples, most of them thankfully inaudible. There's a horrible Prescott in Kangol remix, and Tariq Ali directed the video, which is a crass, ugly and deeply stupid work. Meanwhile, dead cert for number 1 this week has got to be Just Got Offed. That's Puff of Fat's tribute to himself, recorded before he pumped 30 bullets into his own head in a studio last month, in what many say was a gang-motivated attack. And you know that after seeing a clip of Puff on a lift security video, all Hollywood is saying he could have been the Black Brando. That's it, Snafrogs. Oh, I'd just like to mention the huge number of you sending in remix tapes from your home PCs. They are, without exception, absolutely abominable. Whenever I put one on, Dave Pearce runs into the room, gushing, "Ooh, that's cool." It's not cool, Dave. It's shit.
I want to dance. Can you help me?
And so, to the top 10 cocky slivers pruning the bum fluff in the nation's spaz garage.
I want to dance. Can you help me?
Straight off the plane at number 10, Gloop Mongy Mong with Fat Weeping Bitch, the tribute to the Wu-Tang's geezer, recorded in case he was shot, and released last week by mistake.
I want to dance. Can you help me?
Still retching at 9, you have no idea how wide my eyes can get. That's the Oh Christ He's Using Tire Levers version from Gunproof Grandad. That features Keith Prodigy eating an unopened tin of rice. Absolutely no move at number 7. It's up 3 for the Portillo heads, Give Me a Professional Neck, mixed by themselves and then unmixed by DJ Mrs. Clark from Egham. Down 14 at number 6, it's the Raljacks tin with Did God Just Fart on My Decks? Great ambient clown remix of that too. Now, it's been in and out of the number 5 position all year, this one. It's the current size of India and putting me in mind of attractive women. And you won't find a better example of mad face than that. Good to see DJ Neutrino back in the chart. He's at number 4 with his Power of Random Sodomy Collective, doing their version of the Felt Boris classic Manhattan Is My Wristwatch. Killer sample in there too from the 70s floor filler Burl's a Swinger. A controversial number 3 this week, since it's really only number 11. It's the guy who invented Large Armed House, Puffy Cousin and Renegade Trip Shop with Sorry About the Concrete, You Should Be Able to Walk Out of Your First Floor Window Once It Sets. That's already a classic plantain. Number 2, DJ Mumps with his historic premix of this year's as yet unrecorded Christmas number 1, Bobby Williams' mum singing We've Got the Builders In. And so, yet again, it's straight in at number 1 for the 3rd week running. And there's been real heavy rotation for this particular Pringle. It's DJ Spamtin with Runny Sneeze and Totally Impervious to Mandelson. So who said Suburban Plum and Suitcase was dead? Clubs, this weekend, all right. Clubs, take 2. Clubs, take 2. Clubs, take 2. Clubs, take 2. Okay, beach flies, some truly hexagonal dope on this weekend at the bop sheds and flash tunnels. Right? Oh no, that's ridiculous. Right. Loads of noise breaking out over Yorkshire, mainly due to DJ Amil Rightmate, featuring some nice trad garage at the Salty Gob in Leeds. He uses guns, by the way, and there's no floor in the club at all. Bit of a clash in Hull, with the Fabatoire and the Bauble right next door to each other. At the Fab, it's the Comical Beggars with 2 nervous guitarists doing strum and bass, while the Borb have DJ Guts featuring the classic sounds of the 7th of January 1998. I'll always remember going absolutely bald to that brilliant Sister Wendy remix of My Fly Had Puppies by Borborygmus. But back to now. It's 7 foot tall night at the Fussy Bender in Cardiff, so that'll be just those 3 geezers again, and that one lady if she turns up, each paying £200 on the door, and each, I have to say, ignoring the other 3 and acting like they owned the place, and it was their home, and they were watching television on a Wednesday. Sorry, I'm still getting flashbacks from New Year when I saw Keith Flint being rushed to hospital after claiming he could eat sodium. What a classic flourish. Saturday at the Vag in Glasgow, an all-nighter with DJ Boiled Mouse. Yes, making that creepy wisp of a noise and expecting people to dance? Come on. By 10:30, he's always in a tiz, claiming no one understands him, and by midnight, he's usually being fished out of a nearby canal after another failed attempt to snuff his very naff little candle. So if you do go to that, leave the bollock to drown. Hey, Portishead, when you play live, how about some strip hop? Boozy girl naked. Very pleasant. At the Tube of Toothpaste in Reading, it's another fat lip all-nighter. Huge discounts if you let the bouncers lamp you on the way in, with DJ Lemsip and Catatonis Keris ironing beans in the background. Nicely understated, that. Like a bomb made out of jazz and feathers. Last time I was there, I spent quite a lot of time in the knob-out room. And finally, at the Loaded Knife in Brixton, entrance is free if you turn up with a haircut, DJ Microclimate churns out tons of Little Beat. They've got a couple of old sea lions there to test your drugs on, but make sure you know what an off-colour sea lion looks like. And I'm told at 6 a.m. there's a break in the music that lasts until June the 15th, when the show will reconvene for a further 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Right? Oh no, that's ridiculous. Right. I'm off to the Jumping Up and Down in Camden, where it's Ed Sturton night to the beat of some steaming glass and midriff. Ooh, oily, oh boily. Will I be some fresh jazz kill by 3? Night, ciao heads. List of cool. Take 1. In place of the mood forecast, I'm going to jazz your bum with these consumer essentials, guaranteed to stay in vogue for at least 20 days from the date of broadcast. Pelvis extractors. Yes, I'm afraid, gone are the days when it was cool to wear 2-foot silver bars through the side of your pelvis. Now the truly cognoscandi say you're better off with no pelvis at all. Pelvis extractors have 2 speeds. High setting knocks it out in one enormous blow, but requires standby supplies of boiling tar, while the slow version pulverizes the bone with ultrasound. Watch out, it can pollard your femurs. Olive filters and wash rinse. For retrieving your expensive deli olives from the puke jet of drugged-up supermodels as they rush to be the first to chunder up your bathroom. Leave the filters strewn about and pop up a sign saying, "Ladies, please filter the olives out if you're sick." Unchewed and undigested, the olives can really thrive in a cheeky puttanesca, or as I call it, puke-anesca sauce. Eritrean panic poems. You know about these, each one like a kind of Terrett's haiku, but use them carefully. One guy I knew poemed himself off a balcony. Mournful comments at dinner. Lots of dead baby stuff, still really de rigueur among the Emo Freud set. Makes the chicks cry, which is seldom less than horny. But personally, I find that lot a bit near the mark, especially since their parties usually include the sons of murderers and a couple of career abortionists. Check out the streets of London at 3 a.m, and that's where you will find the after-dark moon gibbons of cool, swooning to the beats of Sharp Sand Patio, courtesy of DJ Flippin' Liar at the Nunnery of Noise. Whack yourself down there immediately and expect Johnny Depp and co. to swing by any time with their pants full of sewage and trombones up their noses. And finally, cannon dogs. Beautiful little animals for the minerally urban. Vegetarian, meticulously clean, and they don't need walking. Just fire them around the place occasionally with a compressed air mortar, and they run obediently back. These and only these will do. Anything else you own must be trashed, or else, honey, you are in Fashion Alaska.